Ooh, icy. Ooh, it's icy today. The waves are coming up. This part of the trail is not salted or plowed. This was a terrible idea. 10.45 miles, 8 minutes, 34 seconds per mile today in some icy and cold conditions. We had gotten a blizzard this morning, a very short and condensed one in Chicago. Fortunately, Chicago didn't get it too bad. But when the girls woke up this morning and looked outside, they saw how much snow and wind there was. They literally started crying because they did not want to go out in there. But we did put some ski goggles on them and they were just fine. And fortunately, we got very lucky with the Chicago Transit Authority buses today and were able to get right to school without having to wait outside too long. This is the same storm that had created some difficulty for some traveling over the Thanksgiving break. We, in fact, ended up traveling back and driving back from Iowa a day early so as to avoid it. Sunday, we got mostly rain in Chicago, and then it really turned over into the Monday morning commute just in time for everyone to go back to work to some really bad snow. Fortunately, it tailed off around lunchtime, and so by the time it was by the time I needed to get out for my run commute, everything was pretty much calmed down, and it wasn't even all that windy. So conditions were relatively good. Things were a bit cold, but not too bad until I hit the turn. And then once I got down to the planetarium and turned around, at that point the sun went down, the temperature dropped, and I got onto the iciest parts of the trail, and so things got a little bit treacherous. Probably wasn't the smartest parts. I could have run the same kind of route and run a little bit more safely, and so especially with that time of day and with the waves had been pretty crazy throughout the day. Next time I'm going to have to definitely be a little bit more careful. But otherwise it was a really great run. Felt a little bit sluggish, and I think that's just some of the headwind that I had hit on the way back. And but overall, got some good miles in. I just like running in these kinds of conditions, so I was pretty happy out there. Overall, a very fun day. I did have to put in a couple of fast miles at the end because I was looking at my watch and I was running a little bit behind schedule. Nothing like a little bit of daycare deadline to motivate you to run a little bit faster. Before I go for today, today is Giving Tuesday, and I wanted to make sure I spotlighted that. And today I thought would be the perfect day for a fundraising link that got sent to me a little while ago, and I didn't really know what to do with it because when I originally started doing this, I set out thinking that this would be a good way to spotlight people who are trying to fundraise for a specific race. And this event that got sent to me wasn't for a specific race, but it was for a Giving Tuesday fundraiser. And so Second Soul of Akron had sent to me a link to this particular fundraiser, and it was set up as a Giving Tuesday fundraiser. Now my understanding is that Facebook is going to be matching donations that are given on Giving Tuesday today for fundraisers that have been created on Facebook. And it's for a charity called Running Dog. And Running Dog is a charity out in Summit County, And what they do is they have volunteers that go and take rescue dogs out for a run so they could burn off some energy, get some exercise, enjoy life a little bit, and just get out there for a run. Now that's definitely a charity that I can get behind, and I wonder if there's something like that around here, because that would be kind of fun. I love the idea of that, and they're also using those runs as an opportunity to get those dogs out into social media, so that way people can see them and see that they're up for adoption, that kind of thing. Overall, I just think it's great. So I've donated $5 to their Giving Tuesday fundraiser, and I'll put a link in the description in case you want to check that out and donate to a fundraiser and a charity that is going to be hopefully getting matched funds on Giving Tuesday, but also combining running and rescuing dogs, which I think is absolutely fantastic. That's all I have for today. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yo, what's going on?